turn to the people around you. Look to your left. Look to your right. Especially look for the people who you didn't come with. And as you look at them, I want to ask yourself a question. Is it fate or coincidence that you're sitting next to this person? You newcomers may not know this, but in the history of Toastmasters, people who have met here have met their future spouses by coming to a meeting just like this. Some of our Toastmasters have made their best friends in a meeting just like this. Today, my topic is about networking. But I want you to put on a different hat when you think about networking. I want you to think about what makes networking fruitful. So I don't think it's about going to forums and networking events like AmCham and trying to give out lots of business cards and trying to find people who can help you be, quote, successful. What I think networking is about is understanding that all of us are blessed by God with abilities, talents, connections, finances, experience, education. And we are blessed so that we can be a blessing to those people around us. I read an article once that talked about networking is really about helping other people. Who has seen the movie Pay It Forward? Right? It's an old movie. But it's about the idea that if you help other people, in turn, they're going to help other people. You can call it supreme being, God, karma, whatever. But I think it really works when we think about networking. So a couple months ago, a friend of mine called me and said, "Hey, Tom, can you do a mini EQ training in Austin at a private school? We're starting this new business, and we thought if we had you come, it could help us get our foot in the door." And I'm like, geez. I was thinking to myself, do I really want to do that? You know, that's a whole trip. It's a whole day going up there. And then I thought about this idea, like, Tom, you've been blessed to be a blessing. So I said, okay, I'll go up there, and I'll do this. So they paid my way, but it wasn't a paid training. And as I was up there connecting, helping parents understand how to connect with their children through the 4 types of personalities, then came back. What I didn't expect by helping him is that a director of a school here in Almaty said, "Tom, can you come to my school and do EQ training for my teachers and staff?" Now this was a paid gig, right? You do something for free and it comes, but that wasn't my reason for doing it. But also think about networking as a way of life. You do it as you go. So whenever I travel and I sit on a plane or something, I try to strike up conversations with the people next to me. So on the flight to Astana, the woman sitting next to me, I thought, oh, I'll ask her, is she going to Astana? Is that her home or is Almaty her home? But she didn't hear me because she had earphones in and was on her phone. So you can try, but it's not always successful. On the flight back from Astana to Almaty, though, I was sitting next to a grandfather who was headed to his son's wedding here in Almaty. And we introduced ourselves, and he's kind of quiet. And then he started asking me all these questions, like, what do you do? Why are you here in Kazakhstan? What do you know about the politics? What do you know about economics? And that made me think, this feels more like an interrogation than a get-to-know-you conversation. Well, as we got to know each other better, a few minutes later I realized he worked 30 years in the police department. So maybe it actually was an interrogation. But then he said, well, what were you doing in Astana? I said, I was doing an EQ seminar about 4 personalities. I explained the 4 types, and he's like, oh, I have children. He goes, you realize I'm a red hat person. Red hat people are direct, demanding. They put pressure on people. They have a plan for your life, just like this beaver here, of what you're going to do and what it's going to look like. But he has a son who is a yellow hat person. And he goes, my son is creative and artistic and likes to just enjoy things and have fun. But I pushed him, because I'm a red hat, to go to the police academy. His son graduated. I go, what does your son do now? He goes like, not police work. So red hats push people to do things, but then they don't realize who they are. Then he goes, I have 2 younger sons who are green hat and blue hat people. These are introverts. These are people who need time to think, to process information. So they're adults now. So he says, when I talked to them, I said, what's your opinion on this? And they're quiet. So I get louder. I said, you're an adult, you're a grown man, you should have ideas on this, you should be thinking about these things. Thinking that will motivate them to respond. But they're green hat and blue hat people. And I go, how does that work for you? He goes like, they just close up and pull back even more. So by the end of our conversation, I've given some practical things that he could do to build a better relationship with his children. At the end, he asked for my contact information. I don't know what will come of it. But it's like, I realized God has given me things that I can share with people and be a blessing to them. So about a month ago, too, our family likes to ski at Chimbalak. So I was taking a run by myself. I rode up Combi 2, going to the top, and I ended up sitting next to a gentleman who was born the same year as me, 1965. And I said, I'm from America. He goes like, I've been to America. And I'm like, really? Where have you been? And he said, Bozeman, Montana. I'm like, no way. That's where I went to university. My son went to university there. So we're connecting and talking like that. We exchange phone numbers. We do the obligatory selfie together, right? And then I said, well, what do you do, sir? And I think he was surprised that I didn't know because he's Nurlan Smagulov, the founder of Astana Motors. And I just think how, Karma, when you help other people, God may bring you together with people that you would never be able to connect with normally and otherwise. So what I want you to do right now in our remaining time, again, look around you to the people next to you. Choose someone that you don't know, someone you didn't come with, see if you can connect with them.
I don't know.
You're going to answer this question, 2 questions, like, who has been a blessing to you unexpectedly? Who has blessed you unexpectedly? You've got 30 seconds. Go. First person, go. Talk to someone that you didn't come with, someone you don't know. If you need to, move a little bit. Just talk to someone next to you. How did someone unexpectedly bless you? All right, if you haven't already, switch to the other person. Let the other person share their story. I know time is short. Switch for the other person. Okay, stop, please stop. 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 So, stop. My time's running out. Okay, everyone, stop. So I hope that was fruitful. I hope you were blessed by that a little bit. I can't promise there may be long-term things that come from it, but I can charge you to believe the best in other people and to share the best of yourself with others. And if you do that, I think the world will become a better place.